Hello everyone, it's Matt, Comic Order 410. Sorry I haven't uploaded a video in a little while, but today I decided that the time was long past due that I should put up a video about comic books. And sorry about the lighting in here, it's a bit of a dark, gloomy day here. But to get started, I did two trades with two great members of the YouTube community. First off, my good buddy Evan Leahy helped me out once again, so thank you, Evan. He knows I'm a very big fan of Alan Moore's Saga of the Swamp Thing run, and I've been looking for a very fine plus near mint copy of issue 21 for a while now. I have a reader copy, but it is ratty, and I've often said that, at least in my experience around here, issue 21 is much harder to find in high grade in the wild than is issue 20, which is Alan Moore's first issue. But this issue is also very important because it's known as the Floronic Man Autopsy story. And this is the issue where Alan Moore revamps Swamp Thing's origin and power set and sets this book on a great, awesome new creative direction. And I've often said I think this is one of the most well-written runs in comic history, certainly in the Modern and Bronze Age. If you haven't read Alan Moore's Swamp Thing work, please do yourself a favor and check it out. I also asked Evan to do me a favor. He was going to Rhode Island Comic Con, and I saw this IDW Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 51 variant on their website. And I should have taken it out because it's a beautiful wraparound cover, but I asked Evan, said, could you please pick me up that issue and I'll PayPal you for it? He said, sure. And not only would Evan not take any money for it, he wouldn't take any money for shipping. So, very cool of you. You're a good friend. Thank you for doing that, Evan. And that wasn't it. He also threw in this Dark Horse 20-year special, simply because I mentioned how much I love this cover by Hellboy creator Mike Mignola. It has pretty much all the Dark Horse characters up to that point on the cover. I mean, you got Usagi and Grendel, Flaming Carrot, Conan, Rocketeer, even Gru's on there. So, what else is cool, Evan pointed out to me, is there's a one-page piece in here of Hellboy by Adam Hughes. So that alone is worth the price of admission. And what was really cool, Evan heard me mention that when I met Mike Grell at MyCon, it was on the last day and I didn't have much money left. And I'm a huge fan of Mike Grell's Warlord. I have a complete run of every volume of Warlord, and I'm pretty sure I have every cameo appearance of Warlord in other series as well. So I had to get some Warlord books signed, and I mentioned after the fact that I was kind of bummed I should have got at least one Green Arrow signed by Mike Grell. And so what does Evan do? He takes this gorgeous copy of Green Arrow 1 out of his personal collection, pays to have Mike Grell sign it, and gives it to me. So, and what a beautiful painted cover that is. What a great book to have signed. So thank you so much, Evan. That was very cool of you. There will be a link to Evan's channel down below if you want to give him a sub. Do yourself a favor and go check out his videos as well as this next guy. They have incredible books, and it will blow your mind. Next up, did another trade with my good friend Vincru12000. We've done quite a few trades. Him and I are both working on completing our Marvel graphic novel series run, and he was nice enough to help me out with some doubles he had. This is Super Boxers Marvel graphic novel number 8. Beautiful cover here by Bill Sienkiewicz, and this is by Ron Wilson, who is a local Baltimore guy, big Ravens fan, very cool guy. I wish he'd do some conventions again. He hasn't even done Baltimore in years. So, the other one that Mike traded to me was the Dracula Marvel graphic novel by John J. Muth, and this I know has some beautiful interior art, so I'm looking forward to reading that. So thank you once again, Mike. Again, there will be links to Vincru12000 and Evan Leahy's channels down below. Go give them a sub, check them out. Next up, got Heavy Metal 276. Got my shop to hold both covers because this has Jack Kirby's Lord of Light story in it, and also these beautiful covers by the King. So they held me those. There's also a variant that was a store exclusive. I believe it was Midtown or something. I'm going to have to get online and order that one, but I really like this cover by the King on Heavy Metal 276. Also picked this up and was much more pleased with it than I expected to be. I guess you could say this is the collected edition of Legend of Zelda: Link to the Past. And this is by Shitaro Ishinomori. That name will probably ring a bell with a lot of you. Some of you probably don't know who he is as well. But this guy is truly a legend in Japan and in the comic industry. He's the king of manga. He has the Guinness Book World Record for the most stories published by a comic book creator. And I don't want to say the exact number because I'll get it wrong, but it's over 100,000 guaranteed. So great legendary creator took on this Legend of Zelda. And from Ishinomori, the one you've probably heard of that he created was Masked Rider, or it's known over here as Kamen Rider, I believe. So these are reprints of the Legend of Zelda backup stories that many of you might have read when you were younger in the back of Nintendo Power. It collected all of them, remastered the art, and it's on that beautiful graphic novel paper stock that's thick, sturdy, and glossy. And I really enjoyed it. It's good to read it all together. Very cool. If you like Zelda or manga, pick that up and give it a shot. Sale I went to last month. This store, you know, I sometimes say I consider it cheating buying a full run at once, but it is nice to have it out of the way and then you can read it. I already had some issues of Red Sonja, She-Devil with a Sword, but this shop was having a sale and they had a complete set with the one-shots and annuals and giant sizes, and it was less than $1 a book, so I bought it. And I was glad. This was one of the selling points because I already have the Alex Roth and Joseph Michael Linsner covers to Red Sonja #1, but I didn't have the Michael Turner one, so I was happy to get that. I'm not going to make you guys sit through like all 80-some issues. I'm just showing a couple, but I got the whole run as a set. Red Sonja #7, beautiful painted cover. I'm not that might be Andrea DeVito, I believe. Could be wrong about that, but just a stunner that cover is. And issue 80, the final issue. So very cool to get that out of the way for cheap. And also giant size Red Sonja #1. And I pulled out giant size Red Sonja #3 because it has this beautiful painted cover by Dan Barrington, who many of you will know from all his monster covers he's done. Very cool. And another complete set I bought was, got the whole Tomb Raider set from Top Cow. This was very cheap because I talked them down, so when I looked through it, it only had like 1 or 2 Michael Turner covers and maybe 1 Adam Hughes cover because there's multiple covers. So I talked them down a good bit, and I was buying other stuff, so got a good deal. Got that full run. And this is the one I was probably the most happy to get because I've been wanting to read these. I have a couple of the collecteds, but this is Liberty Meadows by Frank Cho, and these, at least around here, are hard to find in the wild because Frank Cho's a local guy to Baltimore, and he does local signings, and these books don't seem to stay in back issue bins, but they had a whole set, all 33 issues, and I believe it was $30. So couldn't pass on that. This, it's great stuff. It's basically Frank Cho's tribute to the newspaper comic strips. You can definitely see the influence of like Bloom County, Doonesbury, and Calvin and Hobbes on this, but do not give this series to your kids to read. It is not for children. Very adult, perverted jokes, lots of boobs and stuff. Not naked boobs, but big boobs and boobs jokes. You know Frank Cho. If you know his work, you know what's in there. But there's Liberty Meadows #2. Gorgeous cover. Cannot wait to read all these. Liberty Meadows 3. Issue 4. And again, I'm not going to make you sit through all 33, but I wanted to show here at the end, this is issue 32, and I think they did it a couple issues before this, but they changed the format. The spine's not here. The spine and staples are up here, so it kind of reads like a widescreen kind of newspaper deal. Very cool book. And that's the final issue of Liberty Meadows number 33. So happy to have that. Some good dollar bin finds that at that same store. Got the Marvel Red Sonja movie adaptation. Remember, Brigitte and Arnold were in this. This is issue 1 and issue 2. Also in the dollar bin, found the Marvel Sheena movie adaptations, and I had the biggest crush on Tanya Roberts when I was a kid because of this movie and the Beastmaster. Oh my god. But Gray Morrow, the great Gray Morrow, did these covers justice. Great layout on this cover. Beautiful stuff. And Sheena #2. Was lucky enough to find some Adam Hughes classic X-Men covers in the dollar bin too. Got issue 71. Issue 75 And I'll buy Adam Hughes covers for $1 all day, even if I already have them. And this beautiful cover to Classic X-Men 77. I believe it was Paul Smith. I could be wrong. I think Paul Smith did the original cover, but that's a beauty. Couldn't believe this was in the dollar bin. This is the Image Expo variant to Satellite Sam #1. That might have been an accident, but I bought it for $1. Wasn't leaving it there. Found Dark Horse's The Thing from Another World #1 and #2. And these they were either in the dollar bin or they were $2. I'm not sure, but they were dirt cheap. This is Clive Barker's Tapping the Vein by Eclipse Comics. Their prestige format. I'm not sure, don't hold me to it, but this might be Clive Barker's first published comic work. It's the first I remember seeing in the 80s as a kid, and these books were red hot and semi-expensive back then, so glad to have them. That's Tapping the Vein, Book 1, #2, #3, and issue 4. So some freaky covers, awesome horror stuff from Clive Barker. Some stuff off my pull list from last month. Want to recommend this. This is Theater Bazaar one-shot, and it's a Goon tie-in, but it's leading into this new series, Lords of Misery, so might be a good jumping on point for some of you if you want to get into the Goon. This story was great. Great. I wish I had had it to read for Halloween, but I only pick up my books once per month, but that was excellent. I recommend picking that up. Sorry, obscenity warning, a little late, but many of you have seen and showed that. That's Scotty Young's Fairyland series, and this is the filthy variant cover. It's really called I Hate Fairyland, but I believe after reading it, this is Scotty Young venting about doing nothing but cutie covers and stuff now, but he's still writing Rocket Raccoon, but he took him off art on that, which pisses me right off. So he's done some great work. People forget. Yeah, he does great cutie covers too, and I like them personally. But I can understand how he's getting burnt out creatively. He wanted to do another book because he's done some great work on Spider-Man and Human Torch and Venom. So, let him write and draw Rocket Raccoon. I say that was one of the best runs of the last group of Marvel books, whatever they were, Marvel Now, I think. Got all the Deadpool vs. Thanos issues, and this is issue 2, I think. Yeah, it's Greg, I'm sorry. I always forget which one passed away, excuse me, but the great Hildebrandt brothers, look up some of their Lord of the Rings art and Star Wars art. It's just mind-blowing. But Greg is the living Hildebrandt, and he did this beautiful cover to Deadpool vs. Thanos 2. Found this ultra rare Scooby-Doo Team Up 12 2 weeks after it came out. My shop somehow got a shipment of this super low print run book. They got a second shipment, and got another one for cover price. So happy to have that. This is a book everyone should be reading. Mark Waid and J.G. Jones' Strange Fruit. This is issue 2. The interior is painted unlike anything you see going on in the comic industry anymore. They do not want to pay people to take the time and effort to paint interiors like J.G. Jones is doing on here, and he is killing it. Beautiful book, and the story's great too. This issue, they had a recalled on. I unfortunately didn't get the recalled edition. My shop only ordered like 5 copies of this book and didn't get one. But some of them had blank pages and they got recalled, so I'm going to have to be on the hunt for that. Speaking of recalled comics, this is Dark Horse's Age of Reptiles #4. And when my shop gets books that gets recalled, they always pull them aside for me and usually give them to me for cover price. So that was awesome. And actually, this book looks cool. I'm going to track down the other 3 just to read them. And this got recalled to Avengers vs. Infinity #1. Got them for cover price, and I actually picked up 3 because one of my good friends said he wanted one, but I haven't heard from him in a month, so I hope he's okay. I really do hope to hear from him. But anyway, got 1 copy, 2 copies, and then 3rd copy for my buddy. So forget why that was recalled, honestly, but DC once again did the monster variants for October, and I picked up a bunch of them. I'm just going to show some of the ones I like. This is Is it Adam or Andy Kubert? I think it's Andy Kubert. Yeah, it's Andy. But this is Batman 45 monster variant. Very beautiful cover. This is one of my favorites. Harley Quinn 21 monster variant by Ryan Sook. He's awesome. Catwoman 45 monster variant by Robbie Rodriguez. This is the Justice League 45. This is Simon Kurdansky. Very cool. Batman Beyond variant. This is Dan Panosian. Awesome Kelly Jones cover to the Green Arrow 45 monster variant. Dig that. Forget who did this, honestly. This one's a stunner, though. I'm going to have to look that up. I'm not sure who did that. But that is beautiful, that DEATHSTROKE 11 variant. And Kerry Nord did this gorgeous one to Suicide Squad 13. And, of course, the great Neil Adams Green Lantern 45 monster variant. Just a beauty. And last but not least, the Detective Comics 45 monster variant by the great Bill Sienkiewicz. So I think DC, on their, how they do variant months and the variants are actually still cover price, I think DC does a much better job of that than Marvel. And the Neil Adams ones that are coming out in February look awesome. And there's the Warner Brother ones that I have to pick up in my box now. They're pretty awesome. So they're doing a bang-up job, in my opinion. Last bit of books here. Got this on sale. This is Adventure Comics 381. Not a bad copy. It has some small problems, but not a bad copy at all, especially since I think I paid like 12 or 14 bucks for this. This is the first issue where the Supergirl stories take over. So, I'm glad to have that. This is probably my biggest pickup as far as this video goes. Again, another nice upgrade. This is a beautiful, beautiful copy of Amazing Spider-Man 136. Just have a crease up here and minor spine rolling, but this is a very fine plus easy. And just a bright, bright, gorgeous cover. Amazing Spider-Man 136. This is the first time Harry Osborn's the Green Goblin, so was very happy to get that. The price wasn't bad. It wasn't dirt cheap or anything, but the price was not bad on that at all. I was very happy my shop held this for me. This is the stuff they do. This is the variant to Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles number 50 by Kevin Eastman and Jack Kirby. And my shop held this for me for cover price. I think it's a 1 in 10. And also got this for cover price. They found, I guess it was in a collection they bought. This is the, reanimated edition silver foil or, whatever, platinum foil cover to Frankenstein Alive by the great Bernie Wrightson. Wasn't going to leave that there. Decided to pick up the Cursed Pirate Girl annual. I've seen Jeremy Bastian's artwork and was blown away by it, so I wanted to pick up a Cursed Pirate Girl book. Have not read it yet. The art looks incredible. This was $9.99 cover price. It's very thick, and the art's stunning, so I'm going to give it a read. Back to the Future number 1. Was glad this came out. Picked up the first issue. Big fan of the movies. And also got the Dynamic Forces exclusive Back to the Future cover by Ken Hazer. And caught up with him recently. Got him to sign that for me. Got him to sign this Comics Pro exclusive cover to Army of Darkness number 1 that he did. Absolutely love that cover. Had already bought this issue, but Ken had a copy of his cover to Grumpy Cat number 1, so he signed it and gave it to me for free, because that's how cool he is. And again, him and Buzz Hassan, my good buddy Buzz, they gave me this variant that they did for the New Jersey Comic Expo to Grumpy Cat number 1. They gave it to me for free, and they both signed it. And they gave me this New York Comic Con variant to Grumpy Cat number 1, and Ken did a little sketch on it. That's how cool they are to their fans who always buy stuff from them at cons and get commissions. And speaking of commissions, this is the last book I'm going to show. Got Ken Hazer to do a Grumpy Cat sketch cover commission for me, and he did a beautiful color Grumpy Cat and Pokey for me, and not only gave me a very reasonable deal, but like I said, they threw me a couple extra books too. Those guys are great. Buy Grumpy Cat, buy The Living Corpse. If you see him at your show, check them out and get a sketch cover. They have very reasonable prices and do great work. So everyone, thank you for your time. Sorry it ran so long. I did do a Black Friday sale that was 70% off Modern and Bronze Age and 50% off hardcovers and soft covers. Did pretty well, so I'll show them, hopefully later in the week. Everyone, thank you for your time. Take care of yourselves and enjoy your comics.